Ruto, KTN News.
Thank you, Brenda. Meanwhile, Azimio leader Raila Odinga warns Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakhumicha and all the principal secretaries in the ministry held responsible for the procurement mess of 3.7 billion shillings of Global Fund donation to KEMSA. This coming hours after the president cracked the whip and sacked Dr. Josephine Mburu, the PS for Public Health and Professional Standards, and the entire board of KEMSA. Jeff Kirui with the details.
Ataanza kukueleza hapa kuna matatizo.
Barely hours after President William Ruto sent packing Dr. Josephine Mburu, who was the principal secretary in charge of public health and professional standards in the Ministry of Health and members of the KEMSA board, the opposition now wants all the top leadership in the ministry held accountable.
If there's a scandal in KEMSA, the Ministry for Health, Minister for Health, or there's a permanent secretary for health system, medical services. This other one here is just PS for public health. So it's raising more questions than it answers.
According to correspondence between the Ministry of Health and the Global Fund, the 3.7 billion shillings mosquito nets tender was being handled by the Department of Public Health under Principal Secretary Dr. Josephine Mburu. Global Fund cancelled the tender over irregularities in the procurement process that the agency argues was skewed in favor of one of the bidders. This prompting President Ruto to make radical changes in the Ministry of Health and KEMSA that included the suspension of the CEO Terry Ramadan and 8 other senior officials.
I want to give you my commitment. I will clean up KEMSA. Whatever it takes,
Mr. President,
whatever it costs, I will clean it up.
The serious cartels are found in the health sector. So these are the cartels that must be dismantled. These are the cartels that must be dealt with. And we must re-engineer the procurement systems and systems that will ensure we audit, we properly audit how donor funding, how donor equipments are done.
The board which have just been fired was about 3 months old. Those who have been terminated, we don't know whether they're the right people. So as a committee, we have to do our own investigation. For us to get to the bottom of what is going on in KEMSA, I don't think it needs the knee-jerk reaction of firing who and who and who. We want to know what happens. Even if they are fired, did he fire the right people?
Good morning, everybody. Let us pray. On Tuesday morning, President Ruto convened a cabinet meeting at State House, Nairobi, where he issued a stern warning against corruption and practices that compromise effective service delivery to Kenyans. Ruto warned he will not entertain corruption and wastage of public resources.
I know this man, I've been with him for quite some time, is that he cannot and he will never allow friendship to compromise standards of work delivery and unethical behaviors in line of delivery of those services by his officers.
When you appoint your friends, cronies, and all these relatives, this is where we have a problem. Now, if they don't work well, you fire them. You bring another one. Even those who have come on board, if you ask me from the committee point of view, I don't know their background. Whether somebody did a background check, we don't know.
Jeff Kirui, KTN News.